Good morning. My name is Julie Hines, and I teach accounting classes in the business department. Go accountants! A few weeks ago, I received an email from Joel Ward asking if I would be willing to give my personal testimony in chapel. My initial thought was, oh, I just can't do that. Most of my family was sick, my mother-in-law was failing, classes were starting next week, and I had 2 major career events in the beginning of the semester. Then I heard this small voice and started thinking about what God has done in my life. So here I am. I was raised in a Christian home, and I learned to love and honor God. Church was a big part of my life. I have these memories of our family Bible study when my brother was belting out, "Heaven came down and glory filled my soul" on the small organ we had. You picture that? I graduated from Geneva College. I married a good Christian man. I was blessed with wonderful job opportunities and professional successes. My first daughter, Amy, was born. She was a delightful, engaging child. And then my second daughter, Katie, was born, and things were different. Katie wouldn't sleep. She appeared to be very sensitive to everything. It was like the world was trying to hurt her, and she was trying to escape. She was exhausting to care for. She didn't develop speech. We were very worried and very exhausted. Her original diagnosis was autism. Epilepsy and intellectual disability would be added years later. My daughter Amy didn't understand what was happening. Why was our family so different from other families she saw? It wasn't unusual for us to have to leave an event early because we couldn't get Katie to behave. She thought if Katie would just be able to talk, everything would be okay. I remember when her kindergarten teacher asked the students what they would wish for if they would wish on a star. Amy's answer was quick and simple: "I would wish my sister could talk." I was heartbroken. I was angry at God. Why had this happened to my family when I followed Him? How could I serve God when I had to deal with all these challenges and I couldn't even be in communion with other believers? I was frequently alone. In time, I came to accept God's plan for my life. I prayed diligently that I would have strength and wisdom. I immersed myself in the scriptures and God's promises for me. God was so faithful. I have many stories of what God has done for my family, but I'll just tell one of my favorites today. As I said, Katie is unable to talk. She was in early intervention preschool, and 6 months before she was supposed to start kindergarten, I was meeting with the occupational therapist. The therapist said they weren't working on writing the alphabet with Katie like they would with other students because, in her words, Katie can't write the letter X. I was very puzzled by this because Katie had good fine motor skills. She drew beautiful pictures that we like to look at. That summer at her special camp, one of the counselors sent me a picture that she drew. It was Blue's Clues, and it had ABC on it. The behavioral therapist that we had at the time, called Miss Debbie, a person I will be grateful to forever, we didn't give up. We kept working on her with using handwriting without tears. So about a month before Katie was supposed to start kindergarten, it was really quiet in my house. Now, if you're a parent and you have young kids, you know if it's quiet in your house, something is happening. It's not good. So I walked up the stairs, I turned around the hallway, and there on the wall, next to the clothes chute, Katie had written the entire alphabet, including a very fine X, I might add. Praise God. Writing words is a wonderful skill for a nonverbal adult to have. Katie writes words every day, and we are so grateful. So what are the takeaways for what I'm sharing today? First, God will be there for you in the tough times. One of the greatest blessings, and I speak from experience of difficult times, is that you will grow closer to Him. There are so many Bible verses about this. One of my favorites is Isaiah 41:10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you and help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Second, God has a plan for your life even when you can't see it. You know that little girl, Amy, who wished upon a star that her sister could talk? Today, she is a speech therapist. She is a favorite in the special needs classroom because she has a unique understanding of disability that would only come from experience. Romans 8:28, and we know that in all things, God works for the good of those who love him, who have been called according to his purpose. Third, maybe you think you can't do something, but our God can, and he will help you. Lean in.